This is Support is Sexy, episode 206, and today we're going to talk about the process of elimination. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elayne Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I interview inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and their lessons to help you take your business and your life to the next level and create something sexy. Here we go. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm so excited to have you here. It just would not be the same without you. And I hope you are feeling fantastic today. I hope you are in good health and in good spirits. I am, I guess you could say, recovering today, which is why this is going up a little later than usual. Depending on when you're listening, it might be right on time for you. But I am recovering from what I believe was severe food poisoning. And this is about the third time that I've had food poisoning since I've been down here in Atlanta. Not blaming Atlanta, but I do think that it's something that I'm eating. Now, my diet hasn't changed at all, but I'm getting food from different places than I did when I was in New York. I eat a lot of vegetables, which you would think would be good for you, which are good for you. But I think I'm having a reaction either to from where the vegetables are from, or maybe the pesticides they use. I usually get organic, so maybe it's something else. I don't know. I got to figure it out though, because it's not even just food poisoning. It's getting violently ill and being dizzy and not being able to work. And nobody wants that, right? I want to feel like myself and feel great at all times. So I got to figure it out. So I share all of that with you to say that going through this process of figuring out what might be making me ill, or is it even something I'm eating, or is it something else? I'm going through what they call the process of elimination. Usually people go through this when they want to change their diet and see what kind of foods work for them, what makes them bloated, what makes them lose weight, what makes them feel best. Well, I'm going through this to see what makes me sick. So I am eliminating what I think it is from my diet. And I'm not saying what I think it is here because I don't know. And I don't want to say that this thing or particular vegetable or particular store is making me sick if I'm not sure. But I am going through that process of elimination, taking out certain things, keeping other things in, keeping track of those things and how I feel, if I get sick again anytime soon, etc. In addition to going to the doctor and make sure it's nothing else. But I do believe it's food poisoning because I've had it before and know what it feels like. So the process of elimination, I started thinking, as I said, as it relates to diet, but we also need to do that within our lives and not just eliminating things for the sake of eliminating them. Some things are good for us to have. But when you think over your life and things that you're creating, things that you're doing, people that you have around you, would you say there are some things that you probably should eliminate? Maybe some things that you're holding on to that no longer serve you. Maybe they don't make you physically ill, but they might be holding you back in other ways. We all have to go through this process every once in a while of looking around and figuring out what may be something that's holding us back. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe you'll look around and say, no, my circle is good. What I'm working on is good. What I'm doing is good. I feel great. That's fantastic. But I do think we all need to have moments where we go through that process because we're growing, we're ever evolving, and the same people or things or ideas that we had around us at one time might need to change up a bit. And not to say that you need to when it comes to people, because I know that's usually the hardest thing to quote unquote eliminate. Not to say you have to totally push those people aside, but maybe you also need to incorporate some new people in your circle, new types of people. So if you're trying to do something where you're trying to grow in your business, you need to get around some people who have grown in their business or who are a few steps ahead of you or who are doing things that you want to do. So that too is a process of elimination. Because just like with my diet, I'm going to get rid of some things and I'm going to add in some things later and see how it works, what works for me. Same thing with process of elimination in your life. You get rid of some things because you're making room for something else. We can't have our space, our minds, our energy, and all of that be too crowded. Some things have to go. Everything has its season, right? So some things, maybe their season is up and you might be, even if it's subconsciously, holding on to something that no longer serves you. So I just wanted to share that with you all as I'm going through this and really healing and looking at ways to be stronger, healthier, figure out what's good for me and what isn't. Because as I said, what I used to eat all the time in New York, maybe it's just not good for me anymore. Maybe my body has changed. Who knows? I'm going to figure it out and I will share it with you once I do. But do think in your life, your career, your business, all the things that you're creating, what are the things that maybe you should eliminate and push to the side or let go of? Thank those things for being there for the time that they were there, for the energy that they brought, for the wisdom, the lesson, whatever it is. But if it's a relationship, a person, a thing, even if it's something that's crowding your to-do list, you know those items that go from list to list to list to list and you never ever cut it off? Ask yourself during your process of elimination, why haven't I taken this thing off my list? Or why haven't I done this thing? What's holding me back? Am I afraid to do it? Do I not really want to even do it anymore? Is it no longer important to me? Because we want to remain focused, as we talk about, focus on the one thing, the thing that's really going to move you forward. And all of the other things might be things that you should set aside, even if for a time. Eliminate those things and make space for something new to come in. We don't want to hold on to things that are keeping you sick, stuck, or dissatisfied. That is the thing with your process of elimination. Think about what's keeping me sick, stuck, or dissatisfied, and get busy getting rid of those things. You don't need them. They don't serve you. All right, so thank you so much for listening. I hope to be well and back at it again tomorrow. I truly appreciate you being here. You know, you can go to supportissexypodcast.com for more episodes and great interviews that we have coming up and the ones that are already there. And wherever you're listening to the podcast, please do subscribe. It really helps the show and it lets me make sure that you don't miss an episode. So we'll always be there for you 5 days a week on your phone or wherever you're listening. So search, if you're not listening directly on your phone right now, Support is Sexy on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, wherever you listen. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. All right. Thank you so much again for listening. And until next time, go out there and create something sexy. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.